Hi everybody, PJ here, and we are at Foston Hall, which is a prison, HM Prison Service Foston Hall, public sector prisons. Now it says HM Prison and Young Offenders Institute, and there's a community visitor centre. So we're going to go and have a look around and see what we can see. So let's have a look. I mean, we've just parked just up the road there and walked down. And you walk down here, round the corner, and blimey, there it is. And it does look like an old hall. Well, it is an old hall. But it has been obviously converted into a prison. And if you have a look in the windows, you can see the prison bars and things to make it secure. Right, so this looks like prison visitors car park, it says. So let's have a look around. Yeah, it is quite a fancy building, and I believe it's a woman's prison, this.
Just while we're looking it up, we've got a DJI van turn up. That's good timing, isn't it?
Yeah.
A prisoner transport vehicle.
It is a woman prison, this, I believe, isn't it?
I'm just looking it up now. HMP Foston Hall. HMP Foston Hall. So HMP Foston Hall is a women's closed category prison. So yeah, women's only, and young offenders institution.
Yeah, there's the Community and Visitor Centre just up there, which is the Young Offenders Institution there.
And the DOA lady just going to present herself by pressing the big loud bell. Listen to this.
Ding dong, ding dong.
Not as loud as I just heard a minute ago.
Yeah, it's not quite Avon calling, is it?
Yeah, this prison is operated by Her Majesty's Prison Service, so it's not privately run. We run it ourselves. Notable inmates: Maxine Carr, sentenced to 3.5 years for her part in lying about her knowledge of the Sower murders.
That's right. And he's in Rampton Hospital at the moment.
Oh, the other guy?
Yeah, yeah. Because my lad's a mental health nurse there, and he's there.
Was that Ian Huntley, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, he's in Rampton.
And they've got a reference from the English Heritage about it being a listed building as well.
Well, you can see it's a listed building if you look. But they've got male and female prison officers obviously here.
Yeah, a male prison officer just arriving for work. Hopefully he's going to behave himself in there.
I don't know what you mean.
So it's set on the grounds of a hunting estate.
Yeah.
Hunting estate of the Broadhurst family. The current building was constructed in 1863. Through the original estate dates back to the 14th century.
Right. Well, it's about as old as Lincoln Prison then. When I went to Lincoln Prison the other day, that's roughly the same age.
Right.
And you can see with the architecture, it's obviously Elizabethan.
Elizabethan, would you say? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Elizabeth. Is it Elizabeth? Yeah, it is, isn't it? No, Victorian.
Yeah, I thought Victorian.
You're Victorian, not Elizabeth. Oh, come on.
Do we need to edit that part out?
No, leave it in. I don't mind making a cock of myself, mate. I really don't.
It says it was closed in 1996 and reopened a year later after extensive refurbishment.
Yeah, it used to be a man's prison, I'm sure it did. Sure it used to be a man's prison.
Capacity of 310.
Yeah, I'm sure my neighbour was here.
Right. But when it was a man's prison, you mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right, well, should we have a little
wander round?
look around? Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Up to now, so far so good. What have they got here then?
So I'll have a walk through the car park. Now the difference here between here and Lincoln is it's fencing rather than walls. I would think it's just as effective, especially with the razor wire on top. I would think it's just as effective, but obviously a lot cheaper to construct. So, but it does go all the way down here. I don't know what is round the other side.
I wonder what these little panels are.
Movement sensors.
Got the wire going up over, join it to the next one.
Are those little boxes movement sensors on the fencing?
Or when somebody touches the top of the fence, it must sense some sort of movement up there.
Yeah, they don't want to talk to us.
Yeah, maybe they've had previous visitors of a similar type and they're learning to deal with it in...
Either that or they've been told not to.
Yeah. Do you want to see what's around this corner at the bottom?
I certainly do.
Because what a lovely setting, hey. And imagine looking out if one of the bedrooms actually gets this view.
I think they're called cells, mate. I don't think they're called bedrooms.
Oh, they're not called bedrooms?
No.
Is it not like a hotel in here and you get treated really well?
Not having been here now, I wouldn't know.
Right. I mean, do you know the TVs that they must have in the cells? Do you think they're the old large back? Or do you think of these new flat screen TVs with all the Sky channels?
I don't know. What makes you think that they have TVs in the cells, mate? That's a little bit cynical, isn't it?
I think if they behave, they get little rewards.
All right. Well, I would have thought TV was a big reward.
Yeah. So you might have just heard something there. We have got the scanner scanning on the PMR wavelength.
Network.
Band. Whatever it is. So yeah, if they do communicate using the PMR frequency, I don't know what it's called, but it's the first time we're trying to use them. We're trying to get some use out of this new piece of equipment there. And I will let you know.
Well, it looks like here, if you look, it's sectioned off into separate areas.
Well, you know how we will only really know what's happening inside? What could we use?
Could it be a drone?
Ah!
Yeah. And we already know, because that PJ fella did one, that the boundary cannot be breached.
Yep, we know we can't get into trouble by going into the restricted area.
It is a big place. There's some more old buildings there, look. You can see the roof and the chimneys. More Victorian building. Not Elizabethan, but Victorian. So whoever's built this in the past must have had a shilling or two, I would have thought.
They've got a view looking like that.
You know, I think they definitely think they're movement sensors there. Well, I would think that this is a public road because there's a sign on the lamppost there that says H for hydrant.
Yeah, well spotted.
Now, these houses here, these could be prison officers' properties, prison officers' houses, possibly. You never know.
Prison, are you?
I work for a contractor who works in the prison.
Because I thought this was run by HMP.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, Amy sometimes are privately run.
We do all the facility management in there.
Oh, so whenever we see Amy,
Yes.
is there any prisons that are run by Amy?
No.
You
Oh,
just do the maintenance and repairs.
And
And,
the contracts work here.
So
all right.
are these properties here also owned by prison?
I would imagine so.
Because you're working in them.
Well, no, I'm going into the prison now.
Oh, are you? Right, okay.
I hope they let you out.
I hope so.
Mind you, you don't know. You might want to stay in there. It's a women's prison.
Possibly.
Mind you, I'm saying that many women would drive you mad, wouldn't they? I've got one that drives me crazy.
Oh no, I'm quite happy single, mate.
Yeah.
What's it like when you go through? Do you have to get searched?
Well, what you need is you need to register that you're coming first, and then you also need, you know, ID. But wherever you go, you need an escort with you at all times.
Someone's watching you at all times.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
It was key trained and radio trained and everything else. Yeah.
Are you walking through a scanner? See if you've got any knives or out on you?
Yeah, yeah. It's all security. Yeah.
For contractors though, do you have to go through it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I used
I
to.
don't know if I believe you.
No, you do, because when I did a delivery to various places, I did one at Nottingham, and you parked up in the secure area in the vehicle, and they look under the vehicle, you empty your pockets, and you know.
Cameras, are they?
Yeah.
Oh, we make YouTube videos.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
We're wondering which is the private area and which is the public area. These look to me like normal houses.
I wouldn't know whether they're to do with the establishment or not. I don't know.
Yeah. You've just parked on someone's driveway then.
I have, because there's nowhere else to park.
It's as close as you could get.
That's it.
Looks like they've got air conditioning units there, look.
Yeah. Which makes you wonder whether it's actually prison, because it could be the on security guard, on site security guard or something.
Well, security would.
Yeah, cheers mate. Or
Ta-da,
caretaker,
mate.
something like that.
Security would obviously be in the prison, I'd have thought.
Yeah, they've got to sleep somewhere, haven't they? And maybe they want them close by, I don't know. But how unusual is this to have residential properties so close to the
Yeah.
prison boundary? And we've just heard
I tell you what you can do, you know, if the wind's flying in the right direction.
PJ Audits.
DJI audits.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pajama.
Yeah.
And I'm DJ, right? Music. Audits. AUDITS.
DJ audits.
Yeah, two separate ones.
Subscribe before you forget.
What we're going to say something then, I can't remember what we're saying.
This really is a residential area, so that's nice to know.
Yeah,
And what a lovely setting. Look, they've even got a shared basketball hoop up for the kids.
yeah. Do you know what I'd do if I lived here?
Go on.
On a nice summer's day and the wind's blowing in the right direction, I'd have a barbecue so the smell of the barbecue drifted into the prison.
I've just done a you and I weren't recording.
Ah, dear.
Yeah, that's a good idea. And then they'll be all
No,
like,
I'm
"Oh,
recording.
you bugger, we can smell it but we can't eat it."
That's right, yeah, that's what I'd do, just to be awful. Right, we don't want to walk right round the back, do you?
Here, right, in a cul-de-sac. You're surrounded by all the fields.
Yeah, I don't know if these are anything to do with the prison or not, but they certainly look nice houses, and what an area to live. The only problem is you'd be struggling to fly your drone anywhere.
So yeah, I don't think there's any need to walk any further around. All we're going to see is beautiful country.
But if you have a look, and we just stand a bit further back, there you go, look at that for a building. Now, well, there are no bars and things on the upper windows, so I'm wondering if that's offices and things like that, you know.
Yeah, I would agree. That's all the admin side of things, isn't it?
I would think it possibly is, because the other building where we first came in, where the big double gates are, all the windows are barred.
So it's definitely one to take the drone up to see a better view from above.
Yeah,
So let's go and find a decent position outside of the restricted zone,
yeah,
and hopefully we get a lovely,
aerial view.
yeah, and a lovely departure, just like we've got a lovely welcome there with no hassle at all.
Yeah. Right, so it's time for David and the dread drone.
Unless we get some action before then.
Unless, I don't think so, to be honest. The prison wardens don't want to talk to us. I went to Ranby prison, and I tell you, they saw me coming and locked all the doors. So I wouldn't talk to them. But anyway, right, let's go and sort out the drone, shall we?
Take off. The home point has been updated. Please check it on the
Yeah,
map.
it's just warning me that we've got a prison close by, Foston Hall. But funnily enough, I already know that. So let's have a look. I am at 31 metres, so I'm going to go up a bit higher, I think. It is a bit breezy, so I don't want to go too high. There you go, there's the main gate. Let me just zoom in a little bit. Oh, look at that, that's a much better view, look. So there's the big main gates where we stood earlier. And it is a bigger facility than it looked when we were walking around. You can see all the accommodation there, look. So there is quite a bit of prisoner accommodation knocking about. I don't know what else there is. And that one there, that building there coming up, that looks like the office that we were talking about. That looks like another Victorian building. Let me just have a look around, make sure I'm not going to hit any trees or anything. No, it's all open fields. Oh, there's the houses that we looked at. What a fantastic place to live. I don't know what that is in the middle. It's quite hard to see. Right, so we're going to pivot round this corner, just making sure that we stay well clear. Let's move back a little bit. And there's another view of it. So it is bigger than it looks from the roadside. Right, so I am going to. I don't know what that is there. It really intrigues me. Really does. Right, so we're going to start fetching the old dread drone back a bit. Give you another aerial view of it as we go around. I've zoomed out now so you can see it a bit more. And the restricted zone runs along the edge of the car park there. This road, and then it runs along the edge of the car park. So we're well clear. Right. So let's fetch the old dread drone back. There he is. Start fetching him down. I always like to try and fetch him in facing forwards, and then I can see on the camera where it's going. And there we are, right down.
Landing.
So that's Foston Hall from the air. Right, so that's Foston Hall over and done with. Not a spectacular video, I must admit, but I hope you've enjoyed it. The aerial views were very, very good. So we had a little bit of interaction with somebody that didn't even work there. But never mind, we can't have everything. Anyway, if you've enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Please share, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye everybody, see you soon.